Welcome, Suchitra.
Thank you. Thank you for speaking to me.
Tell me, Memoir is out. It's an audio form.
Yeah.
What at this juncture you've not even turned 50 and you want to write a memoir? What prompted you to tell your story?
I wrote the memoir actually many years back. It was released in 2013. And it actually started as an offer. I got an offer from a publishing house. मैं बहुत blogs लिखती थी उन दिनों में. बहुत active थी. I was like putting my blogs out anyway. So they had said that we want to do a compilation of your blogs. So I said, let me put some coherence and structure in it. And then I started trying to weave a story through the blogs, And that's how then I found a whole new book emerging, which became Drama Queen. And that's how Drama Queen came. Yeah. So I didn't set out to write a memoir, You're right. I think I still have a lot to go before I write a memoir. So there's going to be Drama Queen 2 for sure. But that's how the whole process came. And then I was always very keen on doing theatre. I've been on the stage my whole life since I was a kid. In fact, school में सब they remember me as a girl who was always लोग मुझे चुप कराते थे कि stop it. मैं फ्री पीरियड भी स्टेज पे प्लेटफॉर्म पे भाग के गाने गाना गाना शुरू करो and all that. So I wanted to do theatre because that I feel very rooted in that. And मैंने मेरे कुछ फ्रेंड से बात की, राइटर फ्रेंड्स, स्टेज प्ले राइटर्स, प्ले राइट से बात की. एंड फिर मेरे दोस्त हैं महेश दत्तानी करके, उन्होंने कहा सुचित्रा, व्हाई डू यू नीड एनी मटेरियल फ्रॉम एनीबडी एल्स, जस्ट मेक योर ओन प्ले, यू हैव द मटेरियल, just write it. And that's how I wrote it. And he's actually been like a writing mentor to me. So that's how I took my first step in a stage play, literally.
Is Suchitra really a drama queen?
See, why is Drama Queen taken so negatively? It's got such a negative connotation, and I don't agree with that. I think we should all own our drama. I think to say it negatively is a way to kind of suppress, to diminish, to marginalize. And have you ever heard of Drama King? There are no drama queens. So this drama which women express naturally, why is it called drama? Why is that drama negative? Whereas what others express, men express, is like powerful, and this is drama, it's too much. So I'm proud to be a drama queen in that sense. Yes.
But how did the title come about? Why did you think of drama queen? Again, coming back to
frankly, the title came about. I had another title. I had a couple of other options, and this title was suggested by my publisher at Hachette. Yeah.
Suchitra,
because it was written in such a humorous and over the top tone. I had adopted that whole style of writing. It was a kind of very over the top, exaggerated, larger than life. So my editor then, she thought Drama Queen is a very appropriate title.
No, you have been in the industry for a really long time. बहुत समय हो गया तुमको.
100 साल पहले.
So चुनौती. That's when. How did चुनौती happen to you? Because चुनौती is one of the most defining television show in the late 80s. Tell me how चुनौती happened to you.
It was very funny because there was a bunch of people going for the audition. Somebody told me about it, and I went along. And I remember so clearly. Like I said, I was all very active on stage. मैं गाना गाती थी, plays करती थी, if nothing, I would just go and stand like this and recite a poem. So I was very enthused. मैंने स्कूल में एक दूरदर्शन की फिल्म की थी, तो मैं हमेशा बहुत एक्टिव रही हूँ. तो जब किसी ने बोला कि ये कुछ टीवी सीरियल का चल रहा है, I didn't even know what it was. I just went. It was a big group of people going. I went along from the building. And I remember very clearly, सब लोग वहाँ पोर्टफोलियो लेके आए थे. एंड संजीव जी भट्टाचार्य, उन्होंने पूछा, सो आपके पास कोई फ़ोटो है? एंड आई टुक आउट माई स्कूल ID कार्ड एंड आई सेड हाँ ये फ़ोटो है. आई डिडंट इवन नो कि किसी और टाइप के फ़ोटो होते हैं एंड ऑल दैट. दैट्स हाउ आउट ऑफ इट क्लूलेस आई वॉज. बट आई बैक द लीड रोल एंड it was a very sweet experience. मतलब मुझे इतना अच्छा प्यारा लगा. I had to beg my parents to let me do it. I had to beg them. They were like, no way, no way, no way, padhai, padhai, padhai. And I had to beg them, and I promised them, chalo, I'll do Chunauti, I'll never do anything again, just let me do this, you know. The producer had come and met my parents, and the director came and met my parents, and phir bhi na, but finally they agreed. And that's how it came about. And then I don't know, it was so sweet, because I remember uh, that character became so popular, the series became so popular, and even the character. And मतलब बच्चे वंदना वंदना सब चांट करते थे my character's name in the opposite building के terrace से and all that. So it was like something unbelievable that happened with that.
Life changed for you after that?
So no, I went back. Life didn't really change after Chunauti. I went back to, you know, studies and strict parents. But I started getting a lot of offers, modeling offers, and film offers. In fact, I was offered circus also very soon after Chunauti, and parents had a flat no, no way, no way, no way. And then finally time आया कि I was so tired of, you know, you can't do this, you can't do that. मैंने घर छोड़ दी थी. The day I turned 18, I left home. Then mom, dad came and, you know, said, please come back home. And mummy used to come and cry every day and all. So I went back home. But वो उनकी thinking बहुत अलग थी, बहुत you know, क्योंकि उस ज़माने में exposure नहीं था. Nobody, like, films was considered some big bad devil world, you know. There was no way our worlds mingled in any way. So मतलब मेरे dad, of course, income tax commissioner थे, तो so the only film people he knew was probably the ones he raided. You know, income tax की जब raid लगाते थे मिलते थे. Otherwise our worlds did not, you know, cross in any way. So that was their opinion. But then everything worked out. And then again, in fact, I got Kabhi Haan Kabhi Na also because Sanjeev Bhattacharya ने कुंदन शाह को मेरा नाम बहुत recommend किया. And then Kundan Shah called me for many screen tests and everything.
But Shah Rukh was not the Shah Rukh that people talk about. Tell me about that, if at all you want to talk about Kabhi Haan Kabhi Na, which is again one of the most iconic cinema people talk about today, so many years later also. What is that about that film, your co-stars and the director, that you want to talk about?
I think Kabhi Haan Kabhi Na is, for me, it is a Kundan Shah film. Of course, it is Shah Rukh's best performance. He's given many brilliant performances and this still stands out. But to me, Kundan's understanding of the characters and the vulnerability he brought out in each one of us, you know. And he had a very brusque manner and a very unique way of extracting work. I used to be crying on the set all the time. But that vulnerability he brought out in the characters, I mean, it's special. Has Shah Rukh repeated that performance? No. So I feel Kundan deserves a lot more credit for Kabhi Haan Kabhi Na than Shah Rukh or me or Deepak or Ashutosh or anybody. It's Kundan Shah's film, and it was his genius that shone through.
Because Kundan was a very matter-of-fact guy. The way he approached or spoke to the artist was also matter-of-fact. Cut to cut, ये करना है करना.
हाँ. Anyway, क्या कर रहे हो? What are you doing? You know. And I was not used to that manner of speech and all that. So मैं half the time roti thi. But you know, that vulnerability of probably crying on the set so much came out in Anna. You know, she looked so tender and so like vulnerable. And yeah, so to me, Kabhi Haan Kabhi Na is Kundan's film, not anybody's. Nobody else can take that away from him.
और तुम्हारा गाना वो
आना मेरे प्यार को. I remember जब फिल्म की टाइटल बहुत टाइम तक फाइनलाइज नहीं हुई थी एंड फ्यू टाइम्स दे आस्क्ड मी, आई सेड अरे आना रखो ना, बॉबी आना रखो. एंड फनी दैट नाउ माय डॉटर हैज कम एंड प्लेड बॉबी इन बॉबी और ऋषि की लव स्टोरी. सो आई रिमेंबर सो क्लियरली सेइंग, जैसे बॉबी है द फिल्म, सो कॉल दिस फिल्म आना. For me, it was a very simple, you know, solution to the dilemma of film का title क्या रखें.
And then what happened then?
No, they didn't listen to me. I think they found it vain and, you know, unthought. I mean, it was not something that I said with a lot of thought, or I was not like in the creative process in those days.
Music and Suchitra go hand in hand. मतलब music कब आया? Then of course we will talk about Shekhar and that music video you already. Tell me about music, कैसे तुम्हारी life में आया?
So music is in my blood, frankly. Right from my mother's side, my mother's mother, mother's grandmother. In fact, I grew up with these stories of my grandmother, dipping in the Kaveri and coming out and singing out these hymns, and apparently crowds used to gather just to hear her sing and all that. So music is in my blood. Of course, nobody took it professionally, because like so academic. I don't think that line of South Indians gave value to anything but education. You have to get highest marks, you stand first in class, and then you have to become a doctor or do IIT or something like that. So, but music is in my blood, and my sister is in fact an MA in music, and mom used to sing like a nightingale, like a nightingale. Matlab, uh, it was like my memory of my mother is या तो हम लोग झगड़ रहे हैं या मम्मी एंजल की तरह गा रही है, so music is in my blood, and that's passed on to my daughter also. So yeah, so the discipline came quite early, of learning classical music and वो रियाज का and all that discipline is there, of the culture. साउथ इंडियन होम्स में आप क्लासिकल म्यूजिक सीखते हैं, आप डांस, मैंने भरतनाट्यम भी सीखी है, सो मुझे पियानो का बहुत शौक था, पर मम्मी बोलती थी नहीं सितार सीखो, पियानो क्यों सीखना है, सो very rooted in Indian tradition kind of, yeah.
You did a lot of music videos also, no?
Yes.
Tell me about, and then Shekhar's association happened because of it. Tell me about that part, if you can.
No, so I met Shekhar because Gautam Rajadaksha, with whom I had shot a lot, who photographed me a lot, he told me one day that there's this filmmaker. Of course, I've had a crush on Shekhar since I think before I was born. It's some karmic thing. So he told me that Shekhar is looking for a girl. He was making a film called Champion, which never got made. And so I went and met Shekhar, and then that's how it happened. So that is what I kind of tried to show in my music video Jab Se Dekha, which I wrote for him. And yeah, so in those days all my songs used to just be about
I know that completely besotted.
Yeah.
You were.
I feel that's why I feel it's a karmic thing,
How is the bonding now also? I think it is. I saw that you sent me the picture. Remember that abhi jo Padma Awards ke samay. Tell me, how is the bonding even now with Shekhar? Because
he's the father of my child.
I agreed.
So, when you're parenting together and you have the best interests of the child, that is all that matters.
But when Kaveri came into your life, how much did life change for you?
Completely. First of all, I had a very difficult pregnancy, so I cancelled all my shows, everything. I was on bed rest for 5 months, and then I stopped work, and I was living in a foreign country, and then I got divorced, and then I started living alone with my child. So my life changed completely. I went from being this happy-go-lucky, super achiever, bubbly girl to somebody suddenly just not knowing what's happening, like suddenly like alone and having to deal with a lot. But I think that's made me who I am today.
Stronger.
Yeah.
And then when Kaveri decided to become, of course, inborn in music, she wanted to take up this profession. What was your advice? Did you give her an advice or let her be?
I started Kaveri's music lessons when she was 6 years old. I put her in piano class. I put her in Hindustani classical. In fact, I would have started earlier because I knew from the time she did her first cry only that it's musical, that she has the gene. And so I started her, piano and Indian classical, Hindustani classical and all when she was 6. Then over a period of time, after some few years, she took her own break, and then she got back to it when she was, 13, 14, because she had to find her own way of, she didn't want to do it anymore because mom is telling me. She had to find that she loves it enough to do it. And then she got back to it on her own. But I started it for her very early, because I think, you know, when you learn things as a child, it's part of your DNA, it's part of your imprint, you know, your mental imprint. It's like,
Acting as a profession, she wants to pursue proper acting as a profession also because she's got.
see, we had no idea she wants to act. In fact, Secret Superstar ki offer आई थी उसको. She refused to even put herself on camera. 2 months, Advait and, you know, all of them waited, saying, Suchitra, when are we, you know, when can... She was like, no, I don't want to. I'm telling you, I don't want to. What's it? Of course, she was too young. She was barely 12 or 13 that time. But I told her, I said, you know what, this film you must... I thought it was a very good opportunity. Because the role of a singer, everything, I knew she had that point, which is why they probably came to her in the first place, because they knew that she already does it. And then many years later, she suddenly told us that she's gone and auditioned for this, and she's got the part and she wants to do it. So we were like, Arey wah, do it.
Then she went and she did the audition.
So she never showed any interest in acting. She refused. In fact, even when she was leaving for college, Berklee College of Music, she went to in Boston. She was offered one film. There are these wonderful casting directors, Nandini Shrikant and Karan Malli. She was offered one film, very artsy kind of film, and that maker was willing to wait for her vacation when she came back to India and then, you know, shoot and all. She said a flat no. Then suddenly, I don't know what changed. She met Kunal at some film festival in Morocco, I think, or Mauritius. And the next thing we know is like about a year later, she's telling us that I auditioned for this film and I sent him the tapes and I've got selected and I want to do it. I was like, okay, do it. Of course, do it, you know. So I was very happy. I was very happy that she was even giving it a shot. I think actually she surprised me as an actor. She's a very, very, she will develop into a very fine actor. Yeah.
Now she's doing a film with her dad.
Yeah.
And that is Masoom. And
Yeah.
it's again a subject that Shekhar has told me. It's about youngsters or youth of today. The whole,
Yeah.
He told me about the entire story also.
Yeah.
Working with Shekhar again, what does she discuss? Work with you the way?
No, I don't. See, I feel like, you know, now she's a grown up, and if she comes to me asking me something, then I will tell her, because I am a very opinionated person and I don't want my opinions to mar her judgment or influence her judgment in any way. Unless I feel very strongly about something, I will keep quiet about it.
You mentioned opinionated person. You are a very straightforward person. How much of it is affected in, because setbacks, I got into trouble because of being very straight and frank. Tell me about that.
I still have court cases. The deputy CM of Maharashtra still has a court case against me. So yeah, I've been very upfront, and I don't know if it's a good or bad thing. I've just accepted it as who I am. You know, I try to restrain myself, but hota nahi mujhse.
How do you, couple of more questions. How do you look back at your journey, no? How does one define your journey? 87, that is चुनौती से आज तक सुचित्रा अपने आप को कैसे देखती है और कहाँ पहुँची है, कहाँ पहुँचना है?
It's complicated. It's complicated. I don't think I expected life to turn out the way it did. Life has surprised me a lot. So I didn't, because I always thought, that in my head I was a superstar, you know, everything is going to be hunky-dory. I'll do this, I'll do whatever I want, everything is going to be great. You know, I started off with Delulu, you know, and then life happens. So one doesn't expect things to happen. Nobody prepares you for anything going wrong.
What did you learn along the way?
What have I learned along the way? One day at a time. Take it as it comes. And just enjoy the journey. You know, like, which is why I just want to have fun. I just stay away from negative chatter. You know, I'm very happy in my little creative bubble. People say, "Tu karti kya hai?" I'm like, मैं बहुत खुश हूँ यार. तुम भी मेरी तरह करो, खुश रहोगे, you know.
तो तुम ज़्यादा काम करना चाहती थी कि जो उस तरह के काम तुम्हारे पास आए नहीं, ऐसा कुछ कभी महसूस
नहीं
होता?
मेरे पास लोग बार बार मुझे पूछते हैं तुम फिल्में क्यों नहीं करते हो, OTT क्यों नहीं करते हो. आई एम टेलिंग यू वेरी ऑनेस्टली, जिस तरह का काम मैं करना चाह रही हूँ उस तरह के ऑफर्स मुझे नहीं आ रहे हैं. और जब जिस दिन आएंगे तो मैं ज़रूर करूँगी. बट अभी तक जो आ रहे हैं मतलब आई डोंट फील कि इट्स समथिंग आई वांट टू डू, यू नो. या तो मतलब रोल एक सी आई हैव आल्सो डन कैमियोज. जैसे अगर आप देखें तो माय वाइफ्स मर्डर कैमियो था.
कमिंग टू डाउन, या
सो मैंने कैमियो किया है, यू नो. सम कैमियोज ऑफ कोर्स आई रिग्रेट. वो फ्रेंडशिप में जो अभी मैं फ्रेंडशिप में कुछ नहीं करूँगी. या बट जैसे माय वाइफ्स मर्डर इट्स सच अ बट and the film didn't even do well, but it's in retrospect it's a very memorable performance, you know. तो अगर कुछ ढंग का हटके आर्टिस्टिकली चैलेंजिंग मिले तो मैं करूँ, नहीं तो you know क्यों करूँ.
यू जस्ट मेंशन टू इंटरव्यू के पहले कि तुम एग्जीक्यूटिव प्रोड्यूसर बनी हो किस
हाँ.
प्रोजेक्ट पे, उस बात करना चाहोगे? यू विल वांट टू स्पीक
हाँ,
अबाउट
see, I've been wanting to tell my stories. I've been writing stories for a long time. In fact, I was signed to write and direct a film almost 12 years ago. वो हुआ नहीं, मैंने पैसे वापस दे दिए. And so I've been trying that whole creative process for a while. It's a very tough world, I'll tell you. It's very tough. So whoever manages to do it, like hats off to them. And in this project that I am, so I just came on board. I came on board as doing the of course I'm acting in it also, but then I did the music, I composed the title track, I sang the title track, I got involved in the creatives, then in the marketing, and so then I just became de facto producer. Yeah, it's not like I put my money in that.
हाउ इम्पोर्टेंट इज मनी, दैट यू मेंशन मनी नाउ?
Money is very important. मैं कभी ध्यान नहीं देती थी पैसों पर, and it's something I never gave a thought to, you know. Like and I always say this, that you don't have to think about money as long as you have enough. It's only when you have a need that you start thinking about it. So no, I think money is very, very important. If you have money, you have dignity in your life. You know, if without money, there's no dignity. But of course, you have to define how much is enough for you. I think that's very important.
I'm talking to him, thinking of my mummy, because I met your mummy as a teacher here, because I used to live somewhere there only.
Okay.
So I'm talking to you. What do you have to tell your amma today?
What do I have to tell my amma today? The money is very important. She used to always say money is nothing, you know. No, I miss her a lot. I miss her a lot. I mean, I feel that she was so unapologetically herself and so ahead of her time in her own way, you know. And they grew up in such patriarchal scenarios, and through that she held her own. You know, she was head of Department of History for 20 years. And she used to always say, you don't have to put up with any shit from anybody. You know, she used to say, you're not some orphan who has nowhere to go. You know? Yeah, so I think every mother needs to say that to her child, especially to her daughter. Like, you don't have to put up with shit from anybody, Chittu. Chitti is my pet name. So, yeah, so she was fierce.
Thank you so much for your time, and I'll come again and meet you.
Yes.